be hated of all nations for my name's sake.
And like you said about how this whole situation, this whole passport thing is gonna cause confusion to a point of dissension between the citizens of those that don't have it and those that do have it. And the ones that do have the spiker, they're gonna want to pretty much, do what they did before. Whether it was going to clubs, whether it was traveling the world, like there's certain people out here that's got money in their account, and they got so much money the way they could just keep traveling. They got different townhomes, and they want to get back to that lifestyle.
Yeah.
They want to get back to what they were doing before. They want to be liberated again, especially these Edomites.
So cool. Dude.
So if you're an individual that doesn't have the thing,
right,
then they're gonna point the finger. They might even spit on you if they see you.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So that's where it's going. But like I said, we've already knew that this was coming. This is not a surprise to us because we was even talking about this months ago. And that just goes to show you who the men of the Lord are.
Yeah.
We're the men of the Lord because we've already predicted what Esau's going to do before they even went in well and did it. And that's why we have the mindset of saying, fuck Esau. Because we know where he's going. We know that he is not no power above everybody else. The Most High is the power, and that's the power we look to. That's the power that's revealed us the secret things and what he is about to do in the future. So technically, we're over these devils.
Precept, yeah?
Going out.
Revelation 4:9 says, and the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and its image and receive his mark in their foreheads or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of Yahweh, which is poured out without mixture unto the cup of his indignation.
Yep.
And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb.
Yeah, and that's where it's all going to get down to. If you take the thing which they provide to you,
yeah,
whatever form it is, because see the way Esau is doing it now, he's actually changed what the actual MOTB looks like. Esau ain't stupid, as we well know. We know that Esau has a lot of understanding to the point where he's actually wiser than the children of light. So Esau is going to change the way that the chip looked to a different setting so that you don't recognize that that's the MOTB. But if the Spirit of the Lord is dealing with you, they can actually make the MOTB look differently than how they had it before. And we can still see it.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it says.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it says that they would do.
Yeah.
All right? So that's just the thing on that. So if you can, brother, read that one more time real quick.
Revelation 14:9 says, and the third angel followed them,
And if you can,
saying with a loud voice,
Revelations 3.
if any man worship the beast and his image and receive his mark in their forehead or on his hand, or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of Yahweh, which is poured out without mixture unto the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels.
And the ultimate the two reasons that comes to my mind why this is going to happen to individuals that are going to take that thing is, for one, because, and this is more in particular for our people, because our people were given the commandments and the statutes, and one of the commandments is to not worship any God beside you. So they're going to be destroyed for that one reason. Reason number two is the fact that because they lost faith. The scriptures tells us that woe unto him that loseth faith. So in that time, which we're approaching that time right now, and during that when that time comes in effect, that's going to be the ultimate time of Jacob's trouble. Right now, we're in the beginning stages of the hour of our temptation. Because they're already saying, look, if you don't do A, B, and C, you won't be able to work at this particular job. And eventually, all of these companies that people work for, they're going to have to take the spiker in order for them to continue to work. Okay? So they're already blackmailing people and saying, look, if you don't do what we tell you to do, then this is going to be the repercussion. And before you know it, it's going to get so bad. If you don't have the spiker, you won't be able to get on. You won't be able to go on no transportation, no trains, no buses, none of that. You're just going to be locked in the same location you're in. So it's going to get to that point. That's the temptation we're coming into.
If I bring out
Yeah.
Right, this is Proverbs 29 verse 18. Where there is no vision, the people perish.
Beautiful.
But he that keepeth the law, happy is he.
Yeah, but he that keepeth the law, happy is me. Excuse me, happy is he. So Why does it say happy is he that keepeth the law? Because within the law, in other words, the Bible, there's visions there that the prophet spoke about. And it takes us today to believe in those visions, which we know that those visions are going to come true, as it is written that we have a sure word of prophecy. Okay? And that we have an unction that we know of all things. So we believe in this Bible, pursuant to the book of John 7 and 38, that we're going to have an abundance of wisdom and understanding by his, if we believe on him. Okay? And knowing that in due time, all of these visions are going to come in full effect. So the vision spoken of in the scriptures and what we're going to receive, the promises and the rewards and that's the vision. The kingdom of heaven, just in general, that's the vision. So being that we have that vision, happy is he. Where did they get that vision from? From the law, from the book of the law. Go on, brother.
John 7:38, he that believeth on me, as the scriptures have said, out of his belly shall flow rivers of living water.
And that's why brothers are able to do videos, countless of videos every day. There's not a day that doesn't go past that a brother hasn't did a video. Brothers are doing videos every single day because there's always something to talk about. Because we have the abundance of understanding. So the Lord gave us the increase because we simply believed in his word. So I mean, like, if it was up to us, we could probably do like 20 videos in one day. But, you know, being that we have jobs and we have things to do in our life and everything like that, you know, we can't move like that. But if we wanted to move like that and we was in the right place, we could do all of that. You know, because the word is so abundant within us. Yeah. We could do countless of videos on countless of different topics, so to speak. So what I want you to do, brother, is go back what you had before.
Which was I reading before?
I think it was Proverbs.
Oh, yeah, vision.
Yeah.
Right, Proverbs 26:19, I think it was. No, it's not that. I've got it here, bear with me.
Mm-hmm.
No, Proverbs 29:18. It's lucky one. 29:18, and that says, where there is no vision, the people perish.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, where there is no vision, the people perish, but he that keepeth the law, happy is he.
Right, but he that keepeth the law, happy is he. So we're keeping the law right now. Now we may not be keeping the law to the fullest, because we're in a situation that we can't do that. But you got certain guys in Israel that actually believe that they can. And even though they go as far as actually thinking that they can, they don't keep all of the laws. Like, for example, the boys in purple and other guys that I've seen. All right? Acting as though they can keep all of the laws. Now, if they can keep all of the laws, you go around and you slay a sodomite and see what happens to you. So you're not keeping all of the laws.
Right.
So all of these Israelite camps, man, like, they got to get it together. And if they don't get it together, they're going to die in their bullshit.
Precept?
Go on, brother.
Isaiah 64 verse 6. But we are all as an unclean thing, and all our righteousnesses are as filthy rags.
Yeah, because we keep going on. The reason why we're still standing right here, we're still able to give you the word and teach you that there's a way, and showing you that there's a way out of the word of sin, which is where you came from, is simply because we're under grace. So we're not going to make it based off keeping all of the laws. And the Lord knew that was going to be the case, because he knew the captivity that we was going to have to deal with. He knew what society was going to be involved in. We live in a society that does not push people, or should I say coerce people to keep all of the laws. You can't go around slewing a sodomite. You can't, like, even if you're doing a Passover.
You can't keep the lamb and slay it.
Yeah, you can't put the blood on your doorpost. Otherwise, people are going to think you're crazy. You might can get arrested for doing some shit like that. Mm-hmm. So you can't keep all of the laws.
Animal cruelty.
Yeah, exactly. You could be tried for animal cruelty at the court system, and then you go to jail.
So lucky you can't even keep land Sabbath.
Yeah, exactly. Even the clothes that you wear. Yeah, the clothes that you wear is mixed with different fabrics. So we're fucked. So the best thing that we can do in this stage of the game is have the right mentality, and with the right mentality, the actions therefore follow thereof, which shows that we're out here doing the work. Okay, which shows in itself because we're doing the work. And you could be doing the work because you got a lot of men that are out there so-called doing the work, but again, they don't have the right attitude. They have like some cryptic kind of envy towards brothers, or they're teaching for strife. whatever negative thing it could be. Or they think they're better than other brothers, so they want to show and improve in that. That's not the spirit of the Lord. That's not teaching in the correct spirit. If you're not going by the book, then you off script, like the saying goes. Stick to the script. Stay in your lane and stick to the script. Don't be trying to be doing too much, because you got guys out there that's doing too much. And when you do too much, you basically find yourself in a situation, and eventually you're going to be looking back and realizing the shit that you did. The fucked up shit that you put yourself in. Okay?
If I may, just roughly paraphrasing it, the scriptures say, some shall wake up to glory, but some shall wake up to shame and everlasting contempt.
Exactly.
Daniel.
So if you're doing what the elder just said, and you're using this truth for the wrong reasons, when the kingdom comes, everything that we've done is going to be recorded, and people are going to know. They're going to read stories about what the prophets did in this time, and your ass is going to be one of those guys that's spoken of badly. And how much shame do you think you're going to feel for that? When everybody in the kingdom, they're going to have their heads down too, but they're going to know, hey, look, you know what? This guy was that nigga who came up against the man of the Lord.
Right.
So, like the film Gladiator with Russell Crowe, the tagline for that film is, "What you do today echoes in eternity."
Yeah.
What you're doing now, you may think you're getting away with it and you're having one over on people, but that's going to be the shame that you're going to have to bear in the kingdom to come.
Yep.
So think about the long-term consequences, man.
Just check this out too, and that's funny you brought that out on how everything's going to be pretty much recorded. It's being recorded right now, because when you read even the two individuals that came before Moses, Dathan and Abiram, their works got recorded, and that's why it's written. So when we read about these guys, we know exactly, okay, we ain't supposed to be like that. You know what I mean? And that's where the shame comes in, because if it comes out in the spirit and the reincarnation that you were those guys, you're gonna have your head down, man.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So I mean, this is why, man, in this stage of the game, in this world, in this eon that we're living in right now, we're simply supposed to worship Heavenly Father to the best of our ability, and including in that, one of the most integral things in this truth that you can do is be brotherly. That's the best thing in this truth, because the Lord is gathering, like I was talking about 3 weeks ago. What the Most High is doing right now, through His Son Yahweh Shai, through the Word, is He's gathering His men together. And these men are being formulated as brethren. Therefore, the house of David is being restored. So we got to go along with that. We can't go along what we want to go along, or because we feel some kind of way for brothers in that. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I don't want to really go into that, because that's some old news.
Yep.
What I want to go into is what's going on right now, man, with this whole spike in the MOTB. I want to get into that instead, but if you got a precept, go on.
Yeah, you called, earlier on you called for Revelation 3 and 10. Shall I read it now?
Yeah.
Right, Revelation 3 and verse 10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation.
Right, so in this time, we're going to be kept, we're going to be secure. Why? Because we have the word, and we've kept the word even to the times of what? Jacob's trouble, which pursuant to the book of Daniel 12, that's a day that's going to be so dreadful since there was a nation, as it says. So if we hold onto the word in our hearts, even in that time, the Lord is going to hold onto us. But if we let go, then the Lord is going to let go of us. As it is written, woe unto them that have no faith.
Oh.
Revelation 21 verse 8. You got something, right?
Precepts lucky, yeah, it just touches on with what I just said as well. Let me read this if I may.
Might as well. Go on.
Daniel 12 from verse 1. And in that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince which standeth for the children of thy people. And there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to the same time. And at that time thy people shall be delivered.
And thy people shall be delivered. Who's going to be delivered out of these times? Those that have already repented. Because you have what? You have 12 tribes of Israel, as we always speak about. You have the so-called blacks, so-called Latinos, Native American Indians. And out of these are going to be gathered out 144,000. And the rest of our people that don't repent, that want to continue to live their vain lives, they're going to die in their vain lives. Whether it's through the nuclear destruction, whether it's through taking up, the spiker, or when the Lord comes back, the Lord is going to deal with them personally. So it's one of those three things that comes to my mind right now, which is what they're going to get involved in. Because it's either you're serving the Lord or you're serving Satan. There's no in between. Go on, brother.
And it says, and everyone that shall be found written in the book, and many of them that sleep in the dust of the earth shall awake, meaning our elders, and some to everlasting life,
Yep.
and some to shame and everlasting
So
contempt.
the elect, they're going to have access to everlasting life, which is what we're working for right now. The Apostle Paul talks about that. He elaborates many different things on that, on the whole concept of everlasting life. But in order for us to get the everlasting life, we have to give the sacrifice first. We have to give the best sacrifice for the best reward. There's no sit on your ass and calling yourself to believe. You have to put the work in. You got to repent, put the work in. Everything's all right?
Yeah, sorry, just being nosy.
No, it's all right. You can listen. It's okay.
Okay,
This is for our people. We out here for our people, you know. So if hey, the Spirit is on you to listen, listen.
What's your religion?
We're the Israelites. Yeah.
Okay, alright. Thank you.
All right, take care.
We're all over YouTube.
Take care.
Take care.
Yeah, so I mean, that's just the thing, man. Like, that's how it goes. I mean, it's either you in the world or you down in the world of your house shop. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just how that goes down. Because this world is going out, man. This society is through and it's finished. People are bugging out. People are going crazy like you've never seen them go before.
Yeah.
And that's what we see. We see the signs of heaven happening. We see the protesting all around the world. Go on, brother.
Yeah, just starting to interrupt on that point, you said the world is going down, right? Something that Esau's been hiding is the amount of people that committed suicide during the first lockdown. They couldn't take it, man.
Yeah.
So when these lockdowns come back, I mean, we were cool with it because we know the prophecy. But a lot of these people, they bugged out and they were doing all kinds of weird shit behind closed doors because they were bugging out at home. When this time comes back, do you think these people are going to lose it, man? Because they're not ready for what's coming.
Oh yeah, and when this lockdown comes around, this lockdown's going to be more heavier than the second one that we had to deal with. And this time, and like the brother was even going into before I got here, it's the fact that in order for this lockdown to be released, every single body in the UK or whatever country you're in has to take the MOTB, right along with the the spiker. And if you don't take it, then there's going to be repercussions, and people are going to be pointing their finger against those that have been unvaccinated, so to speak, unspiked. Going on.
Right, Revelation 20 and 4. And I saw thrones, and them that sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them. And I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Yahushua,
Right.
and for the word of the Most High, which had not worshipped the beast,
Yep.
neither his image,
Neither his image, go on.
and neither have received his mark upon their foreheads or in their hands, and they lived and reigned with Hamashiach 1,000 years.
Yeah, so there's going to be men out here that's not going to bow the knee to the gods of these other peoples, these other nations. Going back to the law, if you can, brother, go give you the law on that. Because that was the first law. The first law was the fact that we were not supposed to worship any other god besides the God of heavens and earth. So we're supposed to remain in that and knowing that we're supposed to remain in that knowledge of we can't worship any other god. So if we give ourselves away and do what they tell us to do because of pressure, then that means we've never really believed. Or in general speaking, in these people, so to speak. So those that have already taken the spike protein, they've already declared themselves that they didn't believe in the Most High, even though they said that they believed out of their own mouths because of the churches they used to go to every so often. But based on their actions, they've shown that they never believed. What you brothers are going to find out is that basically nobody believes in the Most High. That's what we're going to find out. Because people are just giving lip service.
Yep.
Go on, brother.
Right, Exodus 20, starting from verse 1. And the Most High spake all these words, saying, I am Yahweh, thy power,
Right.
which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage.
Yep.
Thou shalt have no other gods before me.
Right. Thou shalt not have no other gods before me. This is the same power that delivered us out of the hands of the Egyptians, the people of Mount Zion. We were serving rigorous kind of slavery at the time. So the Lord delivered us out of that because our people was getting vexed. They was getting irritated like how we are right now in this captivity. So
Restless, yeah.
that's why you have to search out what was
Yeah.
going on in the past, man. Like it says, search out your fathers. Because what was going on during the time of your forefathers, as we are forefathers coming back. Things like this. The Lord delivering us from hard times. Especially upon those that believed in his name. So we're supposed to fall back and know that this is what happened. If you can, brother, give me the apocrypha where it says, whosoever call upon the name did the Lord despise, and whosoever call upon him did he forsaken.
Can't.
You know what I'm talking about,
Right,
right?
just find that for you. There's one other good verse here, if I may.
Go on.
Right, Exodus 20 and verse 5. Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them,
Yeah.
nor serve them, for I, Yahweh, thy power, am a jealous power,
Right.
visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children, unto the third and the fourth generation of them that hate me.
So that's the law. The law is not supposed to bow down to any other god. So what Esau wants everybody to do is to bow down to the god of Satan.
Right.
'Cause that's the god that really rules over this world spiritually. Like I've said and I'll say it again. You're either serving the Lord in this truth or you're serving the spiritual demon Satan.
Yeah.
Which the guys of Satan are in control of the system. They're the ones that's conjuring spirits, dark energy.
I got one
Go
for
on,
you.
Art.
This is Jeremiah 11. It says, therefore, thus saith Yahweh, behold, I will bring evil upon them,
Yes.
which thou shalt not be able to escape.
Right.
And though they shall cry unto me, I will not hearken unto them.
So evil, what does the term evil even mean? The term evil just simply means bad times. So the Lord is going to bring super bad times upon those among our people that don't believe, that want to go astray and live the life that they want to live, rather than living a life which is already prepared before them to live, and that's to serve their Father in heaven. As it is written, it says in the book of the, it's in the Bible now, Ecclesiastes, I believe, if I'm correct, the Ecclesiastes 12, where it says the whole duty of man is to fear the Most High. So how do you do that? By keeping His commandments. So let's rerun that again.
Right. Therefore, thus saith Yahweh, behold, I will bring evil, Jeremiah chapter 11.
Yeah.
Evil upon them which thou shalt not be able to escape, and though they cry unto me, I will not hearken unto them.
Yeah. So in the time of Jacob's trouble, which will be the ultimate bad time, and I mean, when we say Jacob's trouble, we're not just singling out Jacob, because all of these other nations, they're going to be troubled in this time too. I'm not just talking about some imaginary time that's happening in our heads or something that we're making up. No, I'm talking about in this world that we're living in right now. I'm talking about martial law being declared. Because you got certain scoffers and scorners, they would like to think that I'm just making this shit up, or we're making all of this up in our own heads. When in all reality, we're predicting something that's going to happen in this reality. Okay? And what we're predicting, and what we've always been predicting, is that these worlds, or these different corporations, I'm not going to call them countries, I want to better call them corporations, right? They will be martial law. I'm going to just put it that way. All of the cities, all of these different countries will be under martial law, where the military is going to get involved and the government will no longer have control of the people. And it's either you do or you die. It's either you take the thing or we're going to kill you. That's where it's going. Okay? And the majority of our people, they're going to be pushing to making the right decision according to Esau, rather than the right decision according to Yahweh Bashmi Al-Shai. Go on, brother.
12, just a couple of verses. Then shall the cities of Judah and the inhabitants of Jerusalem go and cry unto Yahweh,
Yeah.
unto whom they offer incense, but they shall not save them at all in the time of their trouble.
Because it's too late. Go on, brother Salak. Yeah.
Then shall the cities of Judah and the inhabitants of Jerusalem go and cry unto their gods, not Yahweh Shlakia, I knew I went wrong there, unto their gods, unto whom they offer incense, but they shall not save them at all at the time of trouble.
Yeah, and that can apply when the time happens. When Jacob's trouble comes around, when the martial law is declared and all kind of, pretty much, what's the word I want to use? Melee is going on, man. Like, you got the ones of our people that believe in the gods of the ancient Egyptians. You got the ones of our people that are into Kemetic science and all of these different philosophies, such as that. You got the ones of our people that are Muslims and Hindus. So the ones of our people, the Lord is saying, look, call on those other gods. That I'm talking about the scripture in our Chronicles, where it says, call on your other gods to save you. And what they're going to find out is that there were no gods. You just believed in something that these other nations invoked in your mind to believe. That's the only thing about it. But there is no other power besides the ultimate power, which is Yahweh.
That's right.
Through his son Yahweh Shai. He is the power that wounds, and he is the power that heals. He is the power that can bring one into bondage and to deliver one again. So that's the power that we are supposed to serve.
Yeah.
Let's read on.
Yeah, let me just get to the point now. For according to the number of thy cities where thy gods, O Judah, and according to the number of the streets of Jerusalem,
God.
have ye set up altars to that shameful thing, even altars to burn incense unto Baal.
Right.
Wherefore pray not for this people, neither lift up a cry or pray for them, for I will not hear them in the time that they cry unto me for their trouble.
So that's a cold thing to say.
Yeah.
That's a cold thing that's come out of Jeremiah's mouth. What do you mean don't pray for them? And if let's just say we do pray for them, what's it gonna do? Because they've already did what they had to do. They've already taken the thing, which we told them not to take it. Right? Many other people have told them not to take it, like as well as these Edomites. Because even these Edomites, they know that the thing is the mark of the beast. They know that the RFID MOTB is the mark of the beast. So Jacob's already been warned. So if you're going to do something that you've been warned of not to do, then you deserve what you get. You deserve to be put to death.
That's right.
It's just that simple, Now, one may say that we're cold, but you can't call us cold. What we've been doing all of this time, and as well as other people have been doing, is spreading information. Because you got two kinds of people. You got people that go along to get along, and you got those that actually are prudent,
Right.
that actually think things through and do their due diligence, their research. And once they do their research, they give you the information of those that are not so enlightened, those that are not so prudent. That's the one I want to use. So if you don't take heed, then guess what? As I'm going to say, you deserve what you get.
Yep, that's right.
Go on, brother.
You called for a precept in the Apocrypha. I don't know if this is the right one, but it says Baruch 3 and verse 7. And for this cause thou hast put thy fear in our hearts, to the intent that we should call upon thy name and praise thee in our captivity. For we have called to mind all the iniquity of our
Nah,
forefathers.
that's not the one I wanted. That's not the one.
Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity? No?
Nah, that's not it.
How did it go again, Salakia?
No, because I was speaking about earlier on how when you go back into history of our forefathers, when when they believed in our Lord, that any one of them was forsaken.
Isn't that in Job?
That's in the Apocrypha.
Also, like Job said, whoever called on the name of the Lord were the righteous cut off.
You can get that too. That's a good one. I never thought about that. You could pull that out as well. Let me see if I can pull it out myself. I think it's either Sirach 34. I think it's Sirach 3.
Okay, I think I remember. I'll bring this one out quickly. It says, Job 4 and 7. Remember, I pray thee, whoever perished being innocent, or where were the righteous cut off. But the other one you called for, I'll get it.
I'll read this though. This is Sirach 33 verse 1. And it reads, it says, there shall no evil happen unto him that fear the Lord, but in temptation, even again, he will deliver him. So doesn't it say, as you just read, brother, in the book of Revelations 3 verse 10, it says that if whosoever keep my word, I shall keep him from the hour of temptation. So this is another witness, as Sirach put it. And it says, a wise man hateth not the law, but he that is an hypocrite therein is as a ship in the storm. A man of understanding trusteth in the law, and the law is faithful unto him as an oracle. So the book of the law is the Bible. So if we hold on to the Bible, as I've just said, and as Revelation just said, John the Revelator to be exact, we're going to be kept.